Hi, Chris Madsen here. Imagine an island. It's a vast, huge island. It's paradise. It's sun shines really nice. There's food everywhere, fruit trees, you name it, and huge amounts of beautiful places for everyone to have their own little awesome home and things. And the people there, for a long time, they get along really, really well. There's compassion, everybody's in harmony, nobody takes too much. They make sure that their home energy space is just in a balance with everyone else, right? And so it's a beautiful life. And this goes on for a long time. And then a couple people start thinking, you know what? I'm not into this love thing and being at one with people. I want to control them. I want it all. I want basically to be God. And so they're very conniving. And then this little group through the centuries starts taking over. And how they do it is when the children are born of the others, they say to them, you know what? You can't go beyond this point. There's a border here, and that is another country, and that's owned by someone else. So you're not allowed there. You have to stay in here. And then it next, in a little while, it comes to people born and they're told, all the land is already spoken for. And so if you want a piece of land to live on, you have to buy it from us. And by the way, you can't eat any of the fruit or any of the trees or any of that. That's ours also. So here, we have tokens, and if you work, we will give you these little tokens to pay for things. In other words, now they've enslaved all the people. And so then the people are given schooling and all these different systems. And these systems are not designed to educate or to help. They're designed to keep them as programmed sheeple, as programmed to obey those which are enslaving them. And then they hire people to control the others. Because remember, there's only a few of them. And so what they say is, you're doing a service by making sure there's harmony and all of this stuff, by making sure nobody gets out of line. And so if they disobey our laws, then you are being a good, upright, moral character by putting on this uniform and punishing those people. And then they develop laws that say you must do this, you must do that, you can't do that. And under the guise of fairness, whereas really it's all designed to keep people in these programs. And then ever so often, some people start waking up to, hey, why should they have the right to say all of this and make me have to pay? And, in other words, it's obvious I'm enslaved here. I can't just travel the world and make a beautiful place. And then also we heard that, and we know that there was free energy before for all of these people. They didn't have to be on grids. it was all wonderful. And now we're relying on these fossil fuels and gas that only the controllers can give. So if I don't pay, my bills to stay on the grid, I freeze and can't cook or anything else. And so this went on for a long time. And then every so often people would wake up. And then the controllers easily could deal with them simply by calling them conspiracy nuts and idiots and fools and public ridicule, and make it set up so that anybody that starts speaking truth and going, hey, we should be free, boom, they're squashed. And, and there's enough people still in the matrix of the system on this island that they keep it controlled. And so now, how is the only way that these people can be set free again? That is the big question. And this video, I am speaking to people that are on that island. Some of you get exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you are still believing in the authorities and their lies and what they're telling you. But how they keep us controlled, a big one is through information. Inform. If you don't know, for instance, that there is no overpopulation, there's plenty of land for everyone. If you don't know that there is free energy and that they've been suppressing it all this time, if you don't know that the people of the earth are one and that these borders are constructed by the controllers, then you're still in the matrix of that problem. The reality is that across the entire earth, there is no lack. Like recently we're talking and hearing about people from South America and Central America trying to get into the States. Well, you know what? The land itself where they're living is far more bountiful. There's, tropical trees and bananas and everything else down there. It's the political, the artificial world that has been superimposed on it that's brought that. So when we return to our natural state, we don't need borders. We don't need these authorities telling us what to do. So how do we get back is by recognizing that our words are spells. They've cast spells on us right from day one. The beliefs, the emotions, the feelings. They want you to believe that you are this really limited little tiny being floating on a ball that's going through infinite space. You're here for a little bit and all that just came from an explosion. That's a huge lie. The reality is you are the consciousness. You are one with the source of all of this, and that your birthright has been stolen from you. You have the birthright to live an effortless, beautiful life, being filled with all the gifts of nature, being in harmony with the earth and all peoples upon it, to be in full connection with the source of life in every moment. That's what our true nature of this is, of this, what's going on here. We are on this island that is supposed to be paradise. It's been hijacked It's been kidnapped. We've all been kidnapped, enslaved. And it's time now. People are waking up all over the world. They're waking up to their that as they vision, it comes to be. And that the reason they don't have their power is because the small group is taking their power and using it against them. It's about control freaks that have done a really, really, really good job of taking over this island, so to speak. And so, revolt is a beautiful word. What that really means is voltage. Think of energy. The voltage, the energy placed into something. We don't fight these controllers by, we don't need to fight them. We simply move in our power. We speak the word, the truth. You have the right to free land. People just now, housing prices are so high that a young couple with both of them working now can't even afford to live. It's way out of hand, all of it. This whole idea of wars and countries and my blue team versus your red team and all of this, we are one. And so my solution to this for all of us is do what I'm doing right now. Spread the word, inform, and two is recognize the power that you have. Through your visioning, you bring into being all that is. We can collectively change. We individually change by being healed ourselves, being filled with pure love in every moment, just like the people on the island before the control, separate lies were infiltrated into the consciousness. And we be that, and share what true awakening and what we can have as an earth here. Yes, let's do it. Beyond the bedtime story is what this is. Namaste.